macros are they're for Apple to build like infrastructure more easily. That's how I see them. The fact that we are able to write our own macros is a sort of accident of the design of the Swift language, that they wanted to make sure that the standard library in Swift is all written in Swift. It's all dog fooding itself. There's no magic secret behavior going on behind the scenes, or as little as possible. As much as possible, they want like the language runtime and everything to be written in the language using standard language features. And macros are another piece of that. Macros allow them to implement, sort of special functions and useful things, like a standard built-in feature of the language without having to go in and edit the C++ code of the compiler, which I think they probably hate doing as much as we would. But I don't think macros are intended, you shouldn't be writing like a bunch of macros in your app. Like your app shouldn't define like 10 new macros and write a bunch of code using macros. It's just a way of obfuscating your code. It's the same with custom operators, right? Like when Swift came out, it's like, oh, you can write your own operators, and everybody's writing loads of operators. And like no sensible code base does that, really. Like maybe it'll have like one, or maybe you'll like define a plus operator that also works on vectors or whatever. But like creating loads of custom macros is just a way of obfuscating your code. And I think it's the same with macros. Like sort of custom operators or property wrappers or any of these other things, those also come with a huge overhead in terms of just like compile time and just the general effort of building them, which is why like not a tool that I would reach for. Like it would be very much the last resort. Like I'd probably even go to like third-party code gen tools like Sorcery before I would use a macro, because they're that unergonomic to use like in an actual code base.